Good morning. It's like 2 a.m. or something. Today has been just like absolutely terrible for me. In pretty much like every single way. Like, I don't know that it could have been too much worse. Yeah, so let's just pop into it. I didn't even want to play games. My points were too long. I don't know. This is gonna be just, it's been a horrible day. These are terrible, crappy thoughts. And hopefully tomorrow's better and I don't lose my job. But we'll see. Unbelievable worst day at work. I snapped and I tried to break something. Like, I just started smashing something. Nobody saw or nobody said anything or cared. But yeah, I just kind of popped. You know what I mean? You ever had just like mentally pop and snap and do just something crazy? Yeah, it's kind of what that was like. They tried to make me train someone. They fired for. I got my microphone. Like, position myself better, I guess. Hopefully, it doesn't take me an hour to make my microphone actually work with my PC after this. Yeah. They tried to make me train someone they fired for incompetency as a forklift driver. He was 30 minutes late to the shift. I was doing the job by myself for 30 minutes. He got there, had no clue what was going on. I complained about it. I got told it was my problem, so I didn't tell homie anything. He wouldn't learn or pick up on anything I told him. So it was just straight babysitting all day. Um, I don't know. I let him tank. I don't know, $20,000 worth of product today, probably. Just because I didn't tell him anything and they didn't train him. Our entire department cooks the books. Like, the QC lady like wears blinders on purpose. Like, 100%. We don't account for all the scrap and all the things that we make. We're starting to do it more now because they got more stringent. But dude, our numbers were jokingly low and nobody believed them. So now they have to do paperwork on that. So yeah, that's a problem. All day. And okay, also meanwhile, all day the psycho cunt that I've complained about since I started, like the guy that I'm like, I don't know why he's there and blah blah blah. He's just screaming at me, calling me names. He don't think it's bullying. Like, I told him, I was like, I won't work this line anymore. And I told him like why. I'm like, yo, like, I'm not putting up with this. Like, my uncle used to just like yell at me at night and like make me feel like shit and bully me and everything else. And, like, you're doing the same shit. Like, I'm not listening to that. Like, I'm not gonna put up with that. Like, you're the only person that doesn't call me by my name. And he's like, no, bro, everybody calls you by that name. And I'm like, literally not a single person whose first language is English would call me by that name. And everyone else who does, I correct them as I've corrected you 5 or 6 times. And I yelled at you the other day and snapped at you for it. But you continue on. Alright. So, he was confused for a second when I told him about it. Like, yeah, he was confused for a second, and then immediately after that, he was like, he wanted to get it. He was like talking smack, blah blah blah. And I'm like, whatever, Brian. I ain't worried about nothing. Like, I can't take that. You know what I mean? He will be going to make fun of me. Like, I said, yup. Like, he does not get that I can't take that. I can't take being like bullied or like constantly like fucked with. Like, you can't do that to me. You can't do that to someone with my type of mental illness. You can't do that because I'll tell you exactly what happens. He'll be making fun of me. He'll be telling some joke, and that's it. Like, he'll be making some joke or something. He'll be trying to, like, he'll be throwing stuff at me, like assaulting me essentially, and I'll pop. I black out. I have no control over whoever operates the Gundam suit while I'm taking a nap, and whatever happens happens because I'm not gonna be there. The person who usually makes the decisions is out cold, and now there's just an animal that operates the Gundam suit. You feel me? And he doesn't understand that, and I don't want any part of it because I don't want any violence. I just want to like do my job and go home and like try and work on my life and play video games. I don't want any part of this, right? But it don't matter because what I want literally means nothing. Um, so when I get to work tomorrow, they either move me or I go home. It'll be the first point I've gotten out of the 10 points that I'm allowed to have. I cannot be bullied or harassed and be putting my life on the line every single day and put up with all the crap from people who won't speak to me in other languages and the supervisors constantly setting me up for failure, doing goofy stuff to me. And I'm doing all of this for $118 a day after taxes. I truly am more ashamed I put myself through this misery for that pay than selling my body for money to men or women, which I've never done, but I would prefer to do that because I am so ashamed that I put myself through this shit for the amount of time that I've put up with it. And that's the thing, is I'm like a kettle, bruh. You keep messing with me, and it doesn't go well. So tomorrow at work, I'm not going. I'm gonna have to go home. Like I'm gonna have to take the point, lose money, multiple ways over, just because I can't be bullied and harassed and messed with. Because I will pop. I will lose it. I will end up in jail. I will lose everything over some situation I don't even want to be in that I'm forced into because I'm poor and it's the only job I can get, dude. So just, sucks, man. Being poor sucks. Having no options in life sucks. Yeah. Want to do a thrifting tomorrow, the other direction, because I hit thrift stores today. But I'm so heated and so stressed out that I just need to rest and do lots of drugs. Nothing's on my table. I gotta use my medication to just, hopefully rest. My tooth's throbbing, so that sucks. Yeah. I found stands that work when I was thrifting today, like for my current TV, because it's a square base, like a square TV base. So this base itself is small, but all the newer TVs that I see, they all have the legs at the end. And that's just not happening. That means I need something that's like 3.5 to 4 feet wide. Which is not the easiest thing for me to find. Yeah. So I think I'm looking for a dining table instead of like a dining table that I can put over the top of the rig or whatever, like over the top of half of the rig, and put the TV on top of that, and then just like put goofy stuff all over the table. Cause yeah, it just seems like the next best option. So I'm looking for like a nice wooden dining table, but again, I wrote down I'll probably end up with Chinese BS because for what I want to pay, yeah, probably that's what I'll end up with because that's what I'm seeing. But there's like there's one that I'm gonna ask what the dimensions are. Today at the thrift stores, I got a hardback first edition copy of the Fantastic Beasts. That's all I could really muster up and find today. I spent $2 on that. My small vape, I guess this would be my big vape, my big nicotine vape. You know what I mean? I have to have my nicotine. It is important to me. I don't know that I can live without it. I've tried. It's really bad. Yeah, but my small vape broke. I can still use my medication, but I gotta hook it up to this, which is surprisingly one of the smaller ones I have actually. But yeah, and the lowest one I can go is like 5, which is probably not the best. Yeah, I feel pretty decent. Like my tooth is absolutely throbbing. I got half a headache. I feel like crap. I've had a terrible day. I'm stressed out. But I'm also pretty, I'm alright. I could be better. I don't know. Yeah. Oh yeah. I wrote down the hero's dose. It's like a psychedelic term or something, or yeah, whatever. The hero's dose. I'm unsure how to write the ship, which analogy for my life. I don't know how to get this thing on track, bro. I'm trying so hard, and it does not matter because it's like a lot of people. I know everyone's not against me, but there are definitely some people in my personal life that are against me, that fuck with me, that make my life much harder than it needs to be, and it sucks because I've done nothing. nothing to deserve it other than just be myself. You know what I mean? Done nothing. Don't even really talk to anyone. Don't even show any emotion. Mostly just look annoyed when people talk to me. But yeah, the hero's dose. I'm unsure how to right the ship that is my life. I'm unsure how, what exactly I'm gonna do. I live in the farmland. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do, but I have to take like a half ounce of mushroom. I mean, no. I'm not redoing it. I don't care. I wrote down. What I wrote down was not that. I wrote down I'm going to have to take a half ounce of depression suppressant this summer. That's what I wrote down. So that was what I was going for. But yeah. I don't know what else to do, man. Like, the way work has been and how I feel, like one conversation from being basically dead again. Like that's what's on that next page. I feel like if I lose my job, I might have to just commit myself because it might be really bad for me. It's not even like I'm gonna lose my job. It's like I'm gonna quit the job because I'm being bullied and screwed with so hard. But like at the same time, like I'm not good about getting a new job. So it's bad. The whole I don't know, but I feel like I don't know what else to do. Like I want to take whatever the most that I can take that wouldn't kill me is. That's it. I don't care what happens. I nothing could be worse. You know what I mean? I don't know what could be worse, and I say that in the sense of I can imagine living in a third world country and blah blah blah, all these things. Yeah, they wrote more things down here that relate to that, but at the same time, within my world and within my space, I don't know how much worse my life could be. No friends, no family. I have nothing. I have no drive. I'm being bullied at my workplace for the peanuts that I work for. It's like, bro, you know what I mean? Like, is there any... There's not. I don't know. There's no justice in anything. We'll just keep moving forward because I'm kind of just like, some of these things I'm picking apart and piecing because I'm emotional about everything. I wish I could just breathe, like feel relief and watch a movie. And it's really hard to do when you're always drowning. You always feel like you're drowning. It's real hard to breathe. And chill out and feel like you can, like, everything's cool for a little bit. Because it's not. Everything's always on fire. No matter how much you try. And the next line is, why is everything shit? And why do I bother trying to put 5 different puzzle pieces together and try and form one picture? Clearly the puzzle pieces don't go together. Why do I try so hard to put them together? Puzzle pieces being my life. Yep. I run from years of pain and suffering. There's no asking for help. If you look inside and can't find it, if someone can't profit from helping you, they would never consider it. So if you ever need help, I suggest you look deep down inside and you, I don't know, grow a pair of balls. Because otherwise you might freeze to death and starve to death because everyone else is an asshole. Yeah, pretty much. Maybe I should say fuck it and it'll do this. It's not gonna. Well, hopefully it doesn't get flagged for excessive cursing. I don't know how that works. I haven't been like flagged for anything yet, but I don't really want to find out. I would keep cursing, but I don't know how bad it is if I just continually curse, right? But if I just say screw it, put everything in storage, go get my passport, and go play Call of Duty in Ukraine. And I didn't write this down. I fully understand what that means. You're looking at someone who basically has no fear of anything other than failure and going to jail. Yeah, pretty much that. Not really too afraid of death because I think it just stops everything, right? Or maybe. I guess that's maybe the worst outcome, right? Like, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, and I fully understand what that means. And when I put that line down, I didn't mean it in any way to belittle anyone or the courage that it takes. Like yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know. Probably stupid of me to write that, but that's how I felt. Like I could just take off and do that. Like I don't know what else to do with my life. Like that's some degree of purpose. Like and yeah, that's stupid, but yeah. I mean, why not? We all walk around draped in clothes made by slaves, watching either fake or so distasteful TV that people think it's fake. I hate myself. I hate society. This shit is South Park, where they enjoy their own farts. That's where we live. That's where we live at. That is our society. I hate it. It disgusts me. I disgust myself because I'm part of the society and I embrace these things. So, yep. No, I'm a hypocrite. Welcome. Welcome to my life. I don't know. I've always been a hypocrite. As much love and faith as I started out with as a kid, it's gone. Almost every turn, there's a new asshole to deal with. There's part of me that thinks it's getting better, even though it's so hard, and everyone. And again, when I said this, I don't mean everyone. I understand that it's not like this weird thing where everyone's out to get me. I'm not like insane. But there are pricks in my individual life. At work, the dude who was screwing with me at Walmart, the police who screwed with me at Walmart. When I was sleeping in my car, all these different people, bunch of pricks. There's pricks everywhere, right? So, back to where I was. Yeah. There's always pricks, you know what I mean, working against me. And, yeah. Part of me knows that this is fruitless. The bar will always move away. Like, I'll be a dog chasing cars. People already treat me like a dog, whistle for me, tell me to wait here, or I'll get rode up. I ain't nothing but just a dog. And that's why they let psychos like the dude that works there work there. Because he ain't nothing but a good dog that listens. Don't matter if he hops off the chain once or twice, that's alright. As long as he listens when you need him to listen. That's why they let these crazy people work there. And that's why I work there, right? Who would hire me? I mean, I'm not always insane or angry, but people love to push me there. If I had liquor, I would have gotten drunk tonight. Not a big drinker. I don't like. It's not like a vice for me. But if I'm drinking, it's a bad sign. And then I wrote some stupid stuff down that alcoholics and people with I have an addiction problem. I could easily just begin drinking all the time, but I think alcohol tastes terrible, so I don't enjoy it whatsoever. And I only do it when I don't have my medication and I don't know what else to do with myself, and I feel real depressed. So I use it as a suppressant. But then I wrote down a real stupid line that, again, people will feel offended by because I wrote it in anger. Even though I guess I could, and it's unhealthy, and I shouldn't and probably won't do this, but just take up drinking as a hobby. Nope. That sounds as dumb as when I wrote it. Just don't know how to push forward like this. I can't keep doing this every day. I'm gonna lose my mind if I continue to work this way, if everything happens this way. I probably should have got closer to the mic or something, because now that I'm thinking about it, the PC fans are popping off like usual, I'm guessing. I mean, it always sounds like this. But it always stays cool, right? Water cool. I don't know. If anything happens, I just gotta find a new job and not go to the dark place, which is usually like, I run myself down, all out of money, and then I start over again. So it's not a good place for me to start. I think with 20K I could just screw everything off, get a hood house, work at the dollar store, do some BS job just to pay my, like my little monthly bills. But I'm only like a quarter of the way there, so losing my job, I don't know, I'm just screwed no matter what I do. process. I will wake up tomorrow and I will feel better. But I have to go back to that place. I have to see those people. I have to be called stupid names. I have to be mistreated over over peanuts, dude. And I know a lot of people might be like, people in poor countries, whatever, whatever. The things that I said, the people that made this jacket might love to make $118 a day. They might do anything to make $118 a day. People are here from Honduras to make not $118, but to make almost $118. You feel me? So maybe I should appreciate it more. But the things that I feel that I have to do to make that money, like I said what I said I would rather do, and that's how I feel. But yeah, I'll wake up tomorrow and I'll feel better, but then I gotta go to that place. I gotta deal with these problems. I didn't say nothing to the supervisors like, hey yo, I'm not working that line tomorrow, but hey yo, I ain't working that line tomorrow. Point blank period. I can't do it. I can't put myself through that. I can't continue to do that. It's not right. I've tried to just like make everything not a problem on my own, and it's not happening. So I just need to get away from that dude. And if that doesn't happen, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to start thinking. And that'll be a tomorrow problem. That'll be a tomorrow problem for Voltros. Voltros' problem tomorrow will be to figure that shit out. Yep. I just want to stay inside, dude. I always make I always stay in the house. Like, it doesn't matter if it's like I'm living at a motel, a motel at the hood at 4 o'clock in the morning, and there's hookers outside. And my car, my car that I love and I've lived in and I've done all these things, my car be parked outside. Like, just, it has to be, you know what I mean? Parked outside of a hood motel. Like, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, everybody's selling drugs, there's hookers and this and that. I was playing Fortnite on a half megabyte connection on my PS4. I didn't care what was happening outside. I was like super depressed, like losing my mind in a hotel. Like, I was just playing, like, Fortnite had just came out. I was playing it on PS4. You know what I mean? Just smoking my medication. Hanging out with Andrew occasionally, and yeah, like, it don't matter. And that was right after my grandpa passed, so like that's 2017. Then you can fast forward to 2019 when I was, or 2020 in the other hotel, where it's just like I was in the hotel, and the only time I'd leave the hotel, I would just go and like go to Walmart, and that's the only place I would go. And I just stay in the house, and I couldn't even play video games because I didn't have like really any video games that I could play, and I always felt depressed, and I just felt like I couldn't play them. So I just watch TV or watch YouTube, and then just sit there all the time. But again, it's just like, that's still better than going outside and being treated like shit all the time, or like constantly just like feeling like an outcast, and just, I don't know, man. It's so bad. Like, I hate going outside. I hate everything about it. Like, I have to go outside. Like, it's not up to me. I die if I don't go outside. If I was smarter, I would code. If I was anything else, I would do anything else. I would do anything. You know what I mean? But I'm mentally, like, retarded. So, I don't know. It sucks. I hate my life. I'd give anything to make it better. It sounds so dumb, but I think money's the only thing that can make it better, because it's like, well, money could fix my teeth, it could get me a house, and then I wouldn't have to, and like, I wouldn't be dealing with assholes, and maybe it don't matter, man. It just seems like nothing gets better if I don't have a bunch of money to make it better, dude. I don't I continue to grind in the Mines of Moria because I have no choice tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe if I'm lucky, I get run over by forklift and I get, severance package. I don't know. I've been getting hurt a lot and not like saying anything about it because it's just like, oh, you got a huge bruise. I've had like a whatever the hematoma thing is. I got a bruise like 2 months, well, not 6 weeks ago maybe. I got a bruise like 6 weeks ago or something so big and whatever. There's still a knot there. It's almost not discolored, but it's still not there. I don't know, man. I'm just constantly getting injured at this job. Like I say, like I'm constantly getting hurt and injured and putting my life on the line every day. And I'm also being bullied and harassed at the same time. And I'm making an amount of money that when I look at needing a house and I look at needing all these other things, making $118 a day after taxes, being bullied, it's like, I'm going to be doing that for thousands of days. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's just a lot, man. I'm just stressed out. I'm tired. It don't matter. I'll wake up tomorrow, I'll feel better, and then I'll have to go into the place and do the thing and try not to break, even though I would swear that there's multiple people at my work that want to break me. Life sucks. I've tried so hard to make it stop sucking, and it's so bad. It's so bad. I don't know. Again, it's like, I just didn't even feel like playing games. I can't wait for the shifty thing. Yeah. I can't wait for that's what my ex called it. I can't wait for the shifty thing cable to get here. So that my shifty thing works, and then I have my e-brake, and then I'm gonna get a table for the thing. Like I said, next week we're doing some like ride-alongs and like BeamNG and Forza and stuff, and we're just gonna be jamming out some music and having fun. Like there ain't gonna be none of this. Hopefully I don't lose my job by then. Hopefully everything's fine for another couple of weeks, and we can at least get a small glimpse of what that might look like. I don't know. I mean, I've already kind of done that with the sim stuff, but yeah. I think I might do even a little bit more like racy type stuff too, just because it looks interesting. It looks fun. I just want to play. Like I say, hopefully it will be less depressing bullshit content, right? I don't know. I'm going to title this something super stupid. Nobody watched this long into it to find out what I titled it. But yeah, I'm going to title it something goofy like, God, wonder if I said something crazy like, I wonder if I did something crazy like, I hear the voices or something goofy. If that would catch a lot of views or just anything. I was thinking like, I wasn't thinking the hear the voices thing, but I was thinking like, no, that's aggressive, okay? I was not gonna go with I'm being gang stalked. That's aggressive. I was gonna be like, everyone's against me. That was gonna be the title. Everyone's against me or something. I mean, gang stalked is probably a better title, but that's a little aggressive. So we won't go with that. I'm almost positive that if I title it, I'm hearing the voices, and I don't really say anything about hearing voices until like the 40-minute mark, it's gonna be bad. So, I don't know. I hope everyone has a good day, man. I hope you had a better day than me. I hope you didn't get bullied today at work, and if you did, I don't know. We live in 2023 where, well, I don't want to use violence, but sometimes I don't know what else to do. Because just telling someone to leave you alone doesn't always work. And some people's solution is snitch on them. You should snitch on them. It's like, that's a bad way for that to go. Snitching is never good. I don't care what anyone tells you, but unless you financially benefit from snitching, I don't know what you would get out of it, because honestly, all you're gonna get is headaches and possibly a foot in your ass. So, think about that when you think about snitching. Ugh. I don't know, man. It's all good. I'll feel better tomorrow. I feel like crap. I don't know. My tooth hurts, and I don't want to eat anything that I have here, and it's just, everything sucks. First world problems, right? The fact that I'm indoors, I'm not freezing to death, and I'm unhappy that I don't really want to eat the Pop Tarts in the cupboard. Ugh. I disgust myself, dude. My privilege disgusts me. I don't know what to do with myself. I also don't know how to stop myself or do anything else. Yeah. If anyone's seen it this long, watched this long, I appreciate you. Jesus Christ himself blesses you, and he cannot believe that you watched this. And if you were religious, and you actually did hear that, I apologize for that. I'm sorry for that. That was rude of me. I didn't mean it to be rude. I'm at least respectful of people's beliefs as long as they're not pushing them on other people. You feel me? Alright. Have a good day. I'm done. I'm out. Screw everything. Everything's terrible. Bad day.